Show.
Try to be
Number one. The E.Jones Show. Featuring the First Lady, Sharonda.
all in the video,
And Mills.
all on the record,
Plus Cody.
dancing.
Are you serious?
Yeah, boy.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's E.Jones. E.Jones.
Yes, indeed. Back in the building. Like I said, we got Talise in the building.
Hola.
She's here for once in her life.
I'm
Yeah,
always here. Why is that a thing?
For once in her life.
You know what? I'm going to let you live.
How do you like your love served when you ain't getting none? Oh, my fault.
Here we go.
Yeah, we here. Cody Code, what's up, babe?
What up, E?
You know how we do this.
Regular stuff.
Regular smegular.
Regular, regular.
You know. It's what we do. How you be, Sharonda?
I'm doing great.
You be who you be, and who you be is who you be, right?
All day, every day.
That's why you be who you be.
That's why I am who I am.
Damn right.
I is who I is. And I ain't who I ain't.
That's right. So run and tell Popeye that.
Popeye had to stare alone, man.
So we here, man, waiting for our next guest to call in, Miss Charnele Brown, a.k.a. Kim, from the iconic show, Different World. So y'all already know. If y'all don't know, Google it. Y'all should know that. If you don't know, Google it. And if you don't know, shame on you.
Dr. Kim Reeves.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So, back to the person that was saying that they lost faith and love.
Who said that?
It was a gentleman I was talking to. He said, I just lost faith and love. I just ain't got time. And I told him, I said, you know what, man? Sometimes good things come to those who wait. You know?
Just like this interview. Hey.
Welcome to the E.Jones Show. Could we ask who is this?
This is Charnele Brown.
Say it one more time. Can we ask who is this?
Hey.
Hey!
She coming with the fire.
She came right in the
How are you
gate.
guys?
I
We are
that
great.
energy.
That's right. Hey, how are you?
Hey.
I love it.
Well, before we start with the interview, let's do the round of introducing Charnele Brown. This is my sister, Sharonda.
Hey, mommy.
Sharonda. Hey, Sharonda.
What's up, Charnele? Thank you for being here.
What's up,
sweetie.
baby? Oh, I'm so excited. I'm excited to be talking to you guys. This is amazing. Thank you.
That's what's up.
Next up, we got my girl, Talise, in the building.
Hola.
Hi, Kylie.
Hi.
How are you?
Ooh, and she said my name right. I like her already.
And up next, we got the youngin' of the group, Mr. Cody.
How's it going, Sugarfoot?
Cody. Oh, what a boy. Oh, good, Cody. Oh.
I appreciate you.
All right. All right. Thank you.
So we just want to give you a better introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, this young lady right here was on an iconic television series, which is called Different World. She was Dr. Kimberly Reese.
Dr. Reese.
And
Dr. Reese.
she definitely made the brother's heart beat. That sexy chocolate right there. Right there. Go tell your mama that. We talk about Miss Charnele Brown, who's in the building with us. It is a pleasure. It is an honor that you granted us this interview.
Likewise. This is beautiful.
So we're going to start from the beginning. We're going to work our way to the middle, and then we're going to get to the ending. So
Okay. All right.
let us know where you originally from.
I'm originally from East Hampton, Long Island, New York.
All right.
That's where I'm from. Yeah, I'm from the East Coast,
East Coast.
which I love. East Coast. We talk quick. We get in. We get in where we fit in.
That's right.
Absolutely.
East Coast.
That's it.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
I'm from Long Island.
how was you first introduced into being an actress?
Well, actually, you know something? I really truly believe that God gives you your desire, which is your purpose, so you have something to look forward to while you're on this earth.
Mm-hmm.
And so I knew back then in second grade, I knew that this is what I wanted to do. And a quick story, we used to go to second grade, Miss White. We used to go to the pond like every Friday. It was boring as heck. You know, to go to see, looking at ducks, like they're going to change or something. So every Friday. So when I went home one time, dating myself, and I was watching Lassie. Does anybody remember Lassie?
Oh,
Is anybody old enough to remember Lassie?
Yeah.
Yeah, Lassie was my show. And one time Lassie didn't come back the time he was supposed to. And so I started crying. And I realized that I could make myself cry thinking about something sad. And I didn't know that that was a method at that time. So what I did was the following Friday, we went to the freaking duck pond, and I started thinking about Lassie, and I started crying. And Miss White, my teacher, was like, "Oh my God, what's wrong?" And I didn't think it through. I'm in the second grade. I was like, "My brother died in the pond." Mind you, I have no brothers. I have one sister.
Brother.
And you know what I'm saying? So I go back, and we go back. Miss White, she's crying. She's crying. I'm crying. I'm like, Miss White lady's crying. I could do this. And then the kids are giving me the candy. And I was so missing that Miss White called my mom and said, "I'm so sorry that, I got Charnele to the pond, every Friday." My mom was like, "There's nothing wrong with that." And she was like, "Well, what about your son?" My mom was like, "What son?" She said, "The son that died in the pond." Well, needless to say, I got the beauty of my life, and then my mom made me go back and apologize to everyone. And so my parents said, "You know something? Either she's going to be a pathological liar or we're going to get her into the entertainment business." And they started then. On second grade, I started taking classes. Okay. Ever since then, that's it.
Nice.
Wow.
Shout out to your brother.
Crazy?
Shout out to your brother.
Shout out to my brother, wherever he is.
That was a good one. That's original for sure.
I know.
Definitely original.
That is original.
But what did you do in the second grade? I mean, I couldn't think fast enough. I just couldn't.
I cried because last
And I couldn't say my sister because she was alive and well in class.
Wow.
I know.
The teacher's probably like,
But that's when I started. That's when I started. Second grade.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now walk us into your path on going on a different world. How did you get into that?
Yeah, these stories are crazy stories. I was doing Serafina on Broadway. And we were on our way to go to South Africa, which I longed for. Mm-hmm. I really wanted to go over and tour. And I had these two ladies, white managers in New York, and I was with them, and they told me that my color wasn't in this season. Mm. And so I was like, okay, call me back when it is. I mean, why get it? Makes no sense. They called me. So the following week, they called me and said, "You're in." And so they're having auditions for A Different World. I really wanted to go to South Africa. I just wanted to go there, and so I didn't pay any attention because I like Broadway. I like plays. Mm-hmm. I was happy in New York, and I would have been still happy in Brooklyn, living where I was. And so this came about, and so I went in, auditioned, and what I did was I did not press it. It wasn't like I gotta get it because I had something, so I was really cocky. And so when I went in, and the second audition, cocky again. Then they called me to fly to LA, and I was like, I can't be cocky anymore. But I said, wait a minute. That's what got me to the third audition, mm-hmm. To see, to go into the executives. And so I go in there, and I'm doing my lines, and trust me, guys, there were so many divas in there, and they were better than me. Mm-hmm. So I always tell people, it's not about your talent, it's when it's your time.
Absolutely.
Because they were amazing in there. And so when I was going in, I was doing my lines, and I didn't think they were funny, but this white guy kept laughing. He kept laughing, and I got more angry. And I got into my feelings, and I just, Kim just, I was really, 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 really mad. Come to find out, it was Brandon Tartikoff, the president of NBC. Mm. Oh, wow. And he hired me. Yeah. So weird, right?
No,
really weird.
That was awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
But I know we spoke on the phone, and you were saying that the character that they wanted you to play, you kind of gave them a pushback on this, and that's not what I want to do. Let everybody else hear that story also too. Share that, please.
Well, actually, Kim was supposed to be the woman from the hood. She's supposed to be Jada's character that came in with the younger group. And, with me, I don't know any of that, intimidating people and stuff like that. Because of my color of my skin, don't get it twisted. I don't know anything about that. So what I did was I took their words. But I did their words, but I put my spin on it and what I thought was better for Kim, and it worked out because she's a doctor, because I don't know what she would have been. I don't know what they were thinking, But I wasn't going to allow. I wasn't going to allow that for her to be this hood rat.
I know that's
Nah.
right.
Stand strong. Stand strong.
And it's nice
Better
that
believe
they accepted that.
Yeah, but they had no choice because I delivered what I was supposed to deliver.
Oh.
So it wasn't like the intent was there, but the way I did the lines were different. So they couldn't say I didn't do it.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. So you did,
see what I mean?
you did what the script was written for, but you enhanced it to make it work for you. Got you.
Exactly.
And to
There
make
you go.
To put
That's
it in
it.
a positive spin opposed to a negative.
Mm.
Okay.
There you go. Oh, yes.
There you
That's
go.
it.
You make it work for you. I
Thank you.
always say,
Made it
make
work
the
for me.
situation
Made it work for me.
you, and you not work for the situation.
Mm.
Exactly. How old are you?
God willing,
You
I'll be
could've speak.
50. God willing, I'll be 50.
Wow. Knowledge. Beautiful. Exactly what I did. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with the show now, the first season passing, when did you realize that this show is actually doing something?
We didn't. I can only speak for me. I didn't.
Okay.
We didn't have social media back there, so we didn't know what was on anybody's mind. So we didn't know that it was a wave. We didn't know that people were like really getting into going to black colleges. We had no idea. We were just doing what we had to do. We're actors, we're gypsies. We go in and we do, and our job is to make you guys believe that we are in college, and we're fighting to graduate, and that was it. And so I'm kind of happy that we didn't know because we could have screwed it up because that's a lot of pressure. We had no idea. We were just having fun, and getting paid to do what we love to do. But now we're realizing, that it had an impact. It's amazing. So each time people, say I went to school, I'm a doctor because of you, that blows my mind. I'm so grateful. That's amazing. Amazing. It's amazing.
Well, like I told you, I said you definitely put more of a battery in my back because at that time, as you know, we was discussing, dark skin was like, and it wasn't cool. But, with yourself being an attractive dark skinned woman on a very popular, I gotta woo you up a little bit.
No, but something, like I was telling you before, I mean, when I was born, my dark skin was in. So I don't know, and my parents taught me that I was regal, I was coming from kings and queens, and I'm a child of God.
Amen.
And so, and that was instilled in me. So all this other nonsense that people, it's like, it's like a duck, a duck with the water off the duck's back. I know who I am, so you can't penetrate me. I already know who I am, so I can walk through. So I didn't experience, I didn't. And so going to college and getting out in the world, I'm like, this is sad. I said, we have no time to be, hating each other because of the skin color. That's trippy. I mean, that's actually downright dumb if you really think about it.
It is. It's
we have
actually,
other things to worry about.
It's actually dumb, but, again, giving you back the compliment, when you shined the way you shined on Different World, you definitely made a lot of us, speaking for myself in general, stick my chest out a lot more. The swagger was on 1,000 because I'm like, okay,
wow.
She comes in the room and it's a bunch of light-skinned people in there, but she's shining, and I loved it.
That's interesting. That's beautiful because I'm so glad I didn't know that. When you have that, it's so good that we didn't have social media and all this stuff right now. But totally grateful. I mean, that's saying a lot. It's saying a lot about, the peace and about a different world and what we accomplished that we now know we didn't know prior. Oh, yeah. And also, too, with having, the network wasn't too, they weren't really, we were like stepchildren. So they really didn't push us, like they pushed the other shows. And so, it was a miracle. God said, okay, we're going to make them listen and really respond to us because they were not. I mean, Debbie had to work really hard and fight the network about the things that we did, subject matters, everything. which is sad because the subject matters are still happening today.
Yes.
25 years, still going on. Something's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's the people that we have in position, which I'm not going to shoot.
Exactly.
I'm not going to shoot at him right yet. I'm not ready for that. So I'm trying to keep it pleasant.
Yeah, no, I know, but he's shooting himself. You don't even have to do it.
Exactly.
Well, he ain't shooting himself quick enough.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Yeah, you don't have to do it. We can sit back and watch.
Yeah. He's going to implode sooner than later.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, baby.
So,
He will.
Charnele, what was the morale like on the set amongst the other actor and actresses?
It was wonderful. We're family. We call her Jasmine Princess. People don't realize how generous and how beautiful she is. I remember coming in. I was coming from Broadway, and I really didn't know. Back then, it was 4 cameras, instead of the one now. And so I didn't know where to go. I didn't know where to stay. I had nothing. And Debbie was like, Miss Thing, you got to get yourself together. Yep. And so I'm panicking. I'm like, I'm going to get fired because I don't even know what I'm doing. And she took the time, out of, her schedule, to teach me, cameras. And who does that? I mean, that is old school. That we supposed to, back in the day, we helped each other.
Absolutely.
We helped each other. We built each other up. And so to this day, we're all friends. We talk, I love them. They're really good people. And I'm really blessed to be with them. And I learned a lot from them. I learned a lot from Jasmine. Just incredible.
Nice.
Acting wise, because in essence, we were Lucy and Ethel.
Right.
And I'm very, 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 very honored to be the sounding for the straight man. Mm-hmm. Because in order for someone to be funny, you have to have a straight man to bounce off of.
Right.
And I was delighted to be that. So we had a good time, really good time.
Okay. So today, if you were doing a current production, who would you want to do it with?
And with a different world, or just in general?
In general.
With me, I'm not into like stars. I'm into people who do good work, and
Okay.
And just about the business and about really doing good stuff. I would love to do something again with Jasmine. I would love to do something with Alfred Woodard.
Okay.
I think she's a phenomenal, actor. And there's a couple of others. Let's see. Something? I'll do it this way. Anybody that's very serious and wants to create something incredible, I'm down.
Okay.
And that could be somebody that's new, because we need new people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, we need some such as yourself to teach the new ones as well, because it's so much that's going on out here. It's a lot of ratchetness, and then you have some things where they try to educate you a little bit, but most of it is just ratchet television. Now I watch because I get a chuckle out of it.
I love it.
I do. I won't
It's like a train wreck. How can you not? It's a train wreck.
So, but I also watch, the historical things, like different world of Cosby shows. Like I watch all that. I still love all that, despite of all of what has gone on in the past or today with, Bill Cosby. But I still would support it. If I see it on, I watch it. And I love all the actors and actresses within that, within that group. But I don't know. But again, that comes with wisdom, that comes with understanding, it comes with patience, and it's growth. It's not something that happens overnight, because a younger mind might not feel that way, opposed to someone that's, I won't say older.
Yeah. But the thing is, to me, and I'm feeling you that, basically, right from wrong.
Absolutely.
It's just simple. So you're not going to absorb it. It's sheer entertainment. But with our children, they don't see it as sheer entertainment because their minds are still young and they don't have choices. They do have choices, but they don't have choices. So they're going to go with something that's immediate gratification. And that's our problem. That's our problem, that immediate gratification for our babies. And they really believe that backbiting, and branding yourself with Prada and all these people that don't even like you is what success is.
True indeed. Absolutely. Absolutely. My son told me for his birthday, he wanted a shopping spree. And so, and he said, I want a Louis Vuitton belt. I want a Gucci belt. I want this. I said, brother,
Yes.
your mama don't even have a Louis Vuitton and a Gucci belt. You better get one.
Gucci belt.
You know, I'm like, I'm the one who go out here and work to pay the bills, and I don't have a Gucci belt.
Thank you. Thank you. I mean, the thing is this, I mean, I always, I always tell people, to each his own. But for me, I'm not going to brand myself. You know, I mean, I don't know these people. I don't know what they're doing, to the money that they're getting. I mean, they could be doing something crazy. We don't know what's happening out there. But if you don't like me, and I've heard you talking about I can't go into your stores and all this stuff,
I'm not going to support you.
It's like, I will not support you. And I think I talked to Eric about this. I want everybody, and I can't stress this enough, to go online. Because there's no reason for anybody to be stupid anymore.
Research.
We have Google. Read and find the Willie Lynch letter. It'll explain why we are where we are today. And when they read it, they'll realize that we've been bamboozled.
Yep.
We've really been hoodwinked.
But some of them will accept it, and a lot of them will find flaw.
Exactly.
And find a way to get around it. I mean, at the end of the day, yes, we've struggled. Yes, we were brought here. Our ancestors were slaves and so on and so forth. And all those things are true. Yes, we had the Black Wall Street. Yes, they destroyed all that. All that stuff is true. And I wish our people could understand how much power they truly have.
I know.
And they don't get it.
No.
These companies.
But if you think about it, though, I mean, really think about it. Back in 60s, we had the power to the people. I mean, not power to the people, but the flower child thing. In the 70s, Black power was really relevant. It was powerful. Everybody had their afros. And then what came into the community? Drugs. Cocaine came to the community. Then we were starting to get out again during, in the 80s. What came in? Crack.
Yep.
So what they're doing is each time when we're just about to get out,
they bring something else.
There you go.
Okay, so
it's a system that they're doing. They're playing with it. It's a system.
Absolutely, but again, many of us are too foolish to recognize that. Now, for me,
but why are we foolish though?
And it's not because they're not educated, because some of them are educated and they're still being foolish.
Exactly.
For me,
I understand. I'm with you.
No, I'm saying for me, for an example, you ain't gonna pump no kind of drugs into my system. When you see what it's doing to all these people, why would I want to take a drug? Any kind of drug. I don't even want to take the drug that my doctor prescribed. I don't want
but the thing is, but I have to say something. My grandmother told me this. She told me everybody's not like you.
True, absolutely. I had to learn.
And I wish they were, because I always thought that every Black person was like me.
Nope.
And I couldn't understand. When I got in college, that you're not thinking like me. You don't think you're wonderful. You don't think that you have power. You don't think that all the colors. I mean, we're the most powerful people. We come from the darkest to the dark to the lightest to the light. What race does that?
None of them.
None of them.
And
like I said, we have been so whitewashed, with the American dream and getting that American dream, that we lost sight of who we are. We lost it. And I'm hoping to God that we will get it back. And I think it comes with love and respect. And if you find out who you are in your history, perhaps maybe we'll change some people. Like you said, we're not going to change everybody, because people are going to be stupid, in different colors and races. But if we can get enough of them to start talking about it, and tell our kids, most of the stuff that was made because it was out of supply and demand. They weren't doing it; they just took the patent. Well, we need to tell our kids that so they can know that they have no foundation. So they're on sand, so they're sinking, so they're trying to find their way. And so what do? They go to Cardi B, even though I love her. Because her struggle was real. you know. But after a while, I mean, what are you going to do after that? These kids, and even the adults. I mean, it's an amazing thing that they don't know how powerful and how beautiful they are. And I want to get on our African American women. We're so powerful, but yet we're so afraid of each other. I walk down, you know, I do my walking, and I see an African American, and she'll tense up, like I'm going to come and rob her or something. I'm like, what happened? You know, and I'm like, hi, and it startles her. I'm like, it's like, somebody like me, hey, we're walking together, you know, and it freaks them out. And I think we got to get back to that about trusting each other. So I don't know.
And I mean,
we can only do what we can do.
That's true, and that's
it starts with us.
The ideal way. But we have to learn how to love ourselves first. If we can't love ourselves,
exactly.
I can't expect you to extend love to me. If you don't have no regards for your own life, I know my life don't mean nothing to you.
Exactly. That word, you better say that again.
Honey, so until our young black men, our young black women understand their worth and their value.
Their worth, value.
Educate yourself, you know, and be willing to change. Be willing to make the necessary changes to become a better you. Walk in your true path. Walk your true light. And they just don't get it. They don't. I feel so bad for them. They just don't get it. And I understand. You know, everybody does not have wisdom. And I mean, for me, like I said, I'll be 50 soon, and I've always been this way. This is who I've always been my entire life. I've had people tell me, "Oh my God, you have so much wisdom. You're so young. Where you get all that wisdom from?" I have no idea. But God has blessed me with it, and I feel that He uses me as a vessel.
Yes.
So I can disseminate the information, and hopefully, at least one person get it. If one person,
that's what I'm saying. If you can touch one,
then
you are okay.
Did something.
If you can touch one.
Yeah.
You know, if you could touch one. But you know what I found too, and I don't know whether you've experienced this as well, because when I go out and I talk to kids and stuff like that, it freaks me out about their childhood, because that's what molds them.
Most of them don't have a childhood.
There you go. And that's what molds them. And so it's embedded. And so for me, it's like, you know, let's talk to our young girls, you know, having kids having kids. You're raising these babies, and, you know, the babies are raising themselves. And so you have a culture, you have a bunch of kids raising themselves. And so they're going to be out there, and they're going to hustle because they need to survive. And one little boy told me that he had to go out there and hustle because his mother, and he had 4 other siblings, and she was not working. And she told him, you know, you need to do something. So he started dealing drugs.
Isn't that sad? That is so.
It's very sad.
It's so sad. You have great grandmothers raising some of these babies because these young girls are having all these children, and they haven't experienced being a child themselves. So you have these babies. You don't want them because you still want to go out here and party, shake, rattle, and roll. And then you coming in with another one because you drinking and drugging and you sexing everybody up like that's just the way it should be. And then you come back home and you give another baby to grandma or great grandma, and you repeat the cycle. So you haven't learned anything. Clearly, your parents can't tell you anything because you're doing what the heck you want to do. And now you got these babies who don't have a snowball's hell and chance in hell to get where they need to be.
And they didn't ask to be born. And the thing is, we're going with Trump. He's taken away all that assistance. See, people are playing. They're thinking that this guy, he's silly. No.
No, he's
not silly. You know, he is taking away assistance.
Yeah.
And I'm telling people, if you've been on assistance for generation to generation, you better go and try to find a trade.
Yeah.
Because it will be taken away from you. But what the problem is, you're going to have and have not. And we're going to have no problem.
Yeah, because a lot of them ain't going to have nothing. And this Caucasian man has told me this several years ago. He said the man with the biggest gun wins. And what he's trying to say is that you're going to have all these people out here, which we are seeing now, who's unemployed, who's out here on drugs, who homeless, and so on and so forth. And they're going to be the ones that's going to knock you upside your damn head. And they're going to take your stuff. They're going to come in your house while you sleeping. Do whatever.
And they're gonna know what color you are. They don't care whether you're black, white, or different. They're gonna take.
Because all they know
is
what they
it's frustration and they're afraid. It's fear.
Yep. So the man with the biggest guns wins because if they coming in your house and you there, they don't care. They ready.
That's right. They're ready, but the thing is, I tell everybody, you better be ready. Let them step in. This white boy told me at the bank. He said, "Little lady," he said, "I'm gonna tell you something." And I said, "Yes, sir." I was like, "Shit, what are you gonna tell me?" He said, "Listen," because they were talking about guns. He said, "You got a gun?" I said, "Yeah, I have a gun." He said, "Well, make sure," he said, "so you won't go to jail. Make sure both feet are planted when they come in your house. Make sure both feet are planted before you shoot to kill." I said, "Thank you for that information. I appreciate it."
Okay, so how does that keep you from going to jail with having both feet planted?
That's Texas. This is a sovereign state. Okay. They make their own rules.
Okay, there you go. All right. Better research that first, Kim.
Because you're invading my space. You know the whole thing. Indeed. I feared for my life. Absolutely. I feared for my life. Don't you hear that a lot?
Look, just don't shoot him in the back.
Don't shoot him in the back.
Don't shoot him in the back.
You know, he has both feet planted and shoot. I said, okay, thank you. That's good information.
But the question would be, what prompted him to say that?
We were talking about guns.
Okay.
I mean, this is the thing in Texas. Everybody should be locked and loaded because we can.
True indeed.
And so they were just talking about the different kinds of guns, and somebody had said something about, this is what happened. When New Orleans had the hurricane, and it was just terrible. And then people came in from New Orleans, and this one guy, two little boys, came into a house and tried to rob it. And the old man shot both of them. And so they were saying, man, that's terrible, there's blah, 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 blah. And I don't know whether he told me, because he looked at me, I was like, thank you. That's a gift from God. Thank you very much for that info. Because if I see you in that hat, man, stepping in my house, I'm going to shoot you. So
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Wow.
And we better get locked. I'm telling you, we better get locked and loaded. We can still pray, but God gives us common sense.
Absolutely.
And we're going into a realm that is like none other. People are afraid. People are afraid. The cops are afraid. We're afraid. It's all fear. And so when you have fear in you, you don't think.
Nope.
And you do things with consequences. And you don't deal with it. Yeah, you just don't think. You just do it out of fear.
I've never seen so much mental illness ever.
Oh, yes. I know. I know.
I pray.
But here's something.
Everybody.
I mean, yeah, but what they're doing. I don't know whether they're doing it in anywhere else, but I know here in Houston, they're allowing the special needs kids to mingle with the general population. And so what they're doing, I don't know whether they're saving money or they're getting money because that special needs person is there. So they're combining them. So what's happening is they're going through like the other kids. So they're graduating and stuff, but still their special needs is not being fixed.
Right.
They're not catering to what they need. So they're just leaving the high school with a degree. I mean, with a diploma. And they still have those problems.
Still have their special needs, not even touched.
That's it.
Yeah. But see, that comes in where the parent is not fighting for the student or for that child.
There you go.
But again, when you got these children having children, how much fight are they going to do? Because they're going to say, Ray,
exactly.
You dumb.
Yeah.
That's what they're going to do.
They'll fight sad. Now. They'll fight. They will fight. I was I taught at Yates High School and theater classes, and I was teaching them, articulation. I don't know why they thought that it was in order to articulate, you had to be. I said, but who told you that? The white people don't have the gamut. Maybe they took it from us. We don't know. We don't know what happened. So I told them, in order to survive out here, I mean, I said, we have slang, which is a gift. I said, but when you need to communicate with somebody, you need to communicate so they can understand what you're saying and what you're trying to portray, what your objective is. This lady came. I had this one little girl. She was so sweet. Her mother came up to me in rollers. Why you telling my child to talk right? I was like, it's me? She don't need to be doing all that. I don't want her in the class. I said, well, you can take her out. If you don't want your child in the class, I'm not going to fight you. I have 25 more. I'm good. And the little girl came back, and she sat in the back. That's what we're dealing with.
Well, Kim, we could go on and on and on about this. Girl, I can call you, and we could talk about this on the side.
Yeah, we can talk.
Yeah, so I will get your number from Mr. Jones here, and we will definitely have full-fledged conversation. But let's get back on you.
Okay. Oh, so, I forgot. I'm sorry.
Okay. No, it's good because we're educating the listeners.
I love dialogue. And it's nice to talk to somebody who's smart.
Oh,
and because you want to keep on talking to them.
I'm patting myself.
And then you find solutions. It's fabulous. Sorry.
That's okay. So what do you have new that's going on?
Well, actually, I have a couple of things. I have my school here, and the mayor here is graciously allowing me to use one of the buildings for my theater. And so I'm really excited about that. So, getting the whole community involved in that Maker's Home. And I'm teaching here kids and young adults and older adults because I believe that Houston's going to be the next step. So you guys are in Atlanta, right?
We're actually based here in Bethlehem, PA.
We're on the station in Atlanta.
Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. But, with Houston, it doesn't make any sense for it not to be, prominent in the entertainment business. And so, a lot of actors are coming here because it's cheaper to live, and they have the resources. And so we're trying to get people to notice. And in order to do that, God sent me here to Houston to train. I mean, it's really good to be an actor and everything, but I can't teach you how to act. I only can enhance what God gave you. And so that's when you separate. Okay. And so, because my main objective is to, when they come in and we get these tax incentives together, they can compete, and they can realize there's some really, really great talent in Houston, Texas. And so that's why, God brought me here. And also, too, I have a movie coming out called The Coffee Pot. And it was called The Coffee Clash, but nobody understood the title. Okay. So it's called The Coffee Pot. And it's about, 4 women, and what I love about it is that the women are not perfect and they're not martyrs. And, Black women, they always portray us as being martyrs, and we're hard and the man done left us and all of that stuff, but basically, we're not perfect. We're these creatures, that, basically we want to be loved, and we're quirky and we say things that we shouldn't say, and all that stuff. And growing up, they had all the men in my life were very positive.
Okay.
So wanted to, that the men are behind us. Our Black men are behind us. Don't believe the hype. What they want you to see.
No, absolutely. There are plenty.
All the men in my life have been very positive, very positive.
That's what's up.
And so I wanted to portray that on the screen.
Well, if you ever need a fill-in, girl, call me.
Get my number. Get my number.
I'm going to get your number. Y'all, I'm going to be on TV one day. This sexy fine thing going to be on TV one day, y'all. Y'all better pay attention.
And Hollywood ain't going to know what the hell they unleashed.
No, it's not going to be Hollywood. It's going to be with Miss Charnele.
Okay, but they still going to, then Miss Charnele ain't going to know what she unleashed.
No, listen, we already got a connection.
Okay. So Charnele, now that we know that what you got planned,
yes,
you have movies going. You got a movie coming out. You got a school, or acting school that you're working with the children. What What took you so long to reappear into the public?
Yeah, actually, a lot of people thought that, oh, she's done and over with. My mom has Alzheimer's, and I had to go with what was most important to me, and that was my mommy.
Absolutely.
And so I had to take a little break, and sit down and really get her adjusted. And what God did for me is that He didn't take me out entirely. He allowed me to reinvent myself with producing and directing and teaching. So He never let me out. So I always say, in the valley, He always gives you a lily. And, He's given me several lilies, and I still have the opportunity to take care of my mom and, and have fun with her and grow. So that's where I was. I just stopped. She was more important than anything to me.
Amen.
Can't argue with you about that.
Nope. And whoever got a problem with that,
kill yourself.
Yeah, that too.
There you go. Bye.
So, are you guys planning to do because you see a lot of the legendary television shows doing like a reunion show? Do you guys have that in the works yet, or is it talk about it?
No, it's not gonna. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
And why is that?
Actually, it's political. I mean,
Okay.
it's NBC and Carsey Warner and everybody. It's just that Carsey Warner and everybody. It's just it's a lot of politics.
Gotcha.
That it's not going to happen. No.
Well, I do want to touch on something that I want your spin on it because you was around in that era, and I want your spin on it. How do you feel about this whole Bill Cosby thing that's going on right now? That's happening.
I mean, it's unfortunate. It's a very sad, and like I said, it's a no-win, and nobody wins in this. But I'm going to have to tell you, I am not going to demonize him.
Thank you.
I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is I pray for him, and I pray for the women, that were involved in this. I mean, what really got me is, okay, he did something, and he was convicted. Okay, that's fine. But, I don't know how we just all of a sudden, like vultures, but you cannot negate the fact wonderful things he's done. What he does in his personal life is not my business. Bill Cosby is Bill Cosby. When he played the Huxtable, that's a character. That's not who he is. Right. So he is not America's dad. He's not America's dad. He played a dad on a show. Now, the thing is, it's unfortunate that it happened. I feel for everybody involved, but I am not going to turn my back on him. I love him. I respect his work. We're going to make sure all that other stuff I'm not with. But, I just want him to be, I want everybody to be okay. That's not going to happen. So it's a no-win. But once again, I want to say all these people, all of these black colleges, that took his money and everything, but then they denounced him. Yep. Give his money back.
Yep, girl, say that one more time.
Give his money back.
Absolutely, and they're not gonna do that. It's already spent.
No, well, they're gonna take the money, and then when everybody turn tail, they just gonna turn tail. They ain't gonna talk about what he did and his contributions. Now it's everything that he did.
What he did was a bad thing. Nobody's saying that it wasn't. Nobody's saying, yay, Bill. No, he got caught.
Yep.
But still, you cannot negate the fact, wonderful things that he has done for us. And I thank him for that.
Okay.
Amen. Amen. So any of the old cast members that you stay in contact with, like one of the...
Yeah, all of them. I always talk to Jazz.
Okay.
Cree. I talk to Cree every once in a while. And, because we've been going on this, college tour, for different worlds. So we'll meet up there as well. And this is basically, It's really Jasmine I really stay in contact with the most.
All right. So that's the person that you gravitated to the most.
That's the one that I gravitated to, yeah.
Okay.
Well, she said that Jasmine had actually pulled her to the side and basically mentored her.
She sure did.
Which was amazing. It
was amazing.
And that's good. That's good when you have somebody that's saying, I'm in your corner and I got you, instead of the cattiness coming out like, oh, I ain't gonna let you shine.
I'm not doing that. Get somebody else. She ain't got. No, we didn't. We back then, and we're trying to get that back. And that, like you said, it starts with us, because we can sit there and say what's not being done. We got to go in there in the trenches, and do something. You know, and like I talk to the kids, and you know, and just get them. I taught at U of H, and you know, introduced the kids to that Willie Lynch. I mean, I don't know. That is the only thing I think that could really. It got to those kids. They were like, "This letter is what's happening today in our college." So when they started recognizing it, they did not get as upset. Because that is the whole thing. There's always an angry black man or an angry black woman. Now you know what it is. Now you know how to play with it. Because they're playing with us. So it's time to play with them.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Make the situation work for you.
Exactly.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Don't work with the system. Work the system.
Work the system. They do it. Work the system.
They do it.
Because this system was not built for us. Let's not get it twisted. I don't know why people think it was not built for us.
It's not.
No.
It never.
But we're smart enough to know, some of us, that it wasn't built for us, but we know how to learn from you and make it better for us.
Exactly. And I was laughing today because I read the newspaper and I was looking at it, and it says the founder of Papa John's is going to take his face off the pizza box.
Yeah.
Is that going to make it better?
They stripped him. They stripped poor Papa John.
Is it going to make it better? What's going to hurt Papa John is all the endorsements he lost.
That's the money.
Yeah.
That's how you hit them. People don't understand. I said, if everybody not go to Black Friday and not spend your money and not spend your money in all these things, we would turn it upside down.
Yeah. And that's what I was saying.
But once again, like you said, they're not thinking.
They don't use it. They don't.
They don't use the power.
They can't see.
They don't use it.
They can't see. They can't see that. They looking way past that. All they know is I'm getting me a flat screen TV for $300.
Exactly. There you go.
Because everybody wants to keep up with the Joneses, and social media makes everybody
and the
blind.
American dream.
Yep.
They taught us the American dream.
Yep.
They'll sell their mothers if they had to. The American dream.
That's it. But we hit them in their pockets where it hurt. And stop
That's where it
supporting
hurt.
them. Because the question you got to ask yourself is, yes, you're willing to spend $200 to $300 to $400 to $500 to $600 on a pair of sneakers. But when your lights get cut off, is Nike or any of them going to come to your house and say, I'll cut your lights back on? No.
Right.
And also, you do just that. Spend all that money on the Michael Kors and the Gucci's and the Louis and the Versace's and the Huaraches and the Jimmy Choo's and the Boo Boo Boos and all that. And they won't even buy a candle from you off Scentsy.
Isn't that something? It's sad, isn't it? But ask somebody, name some black designers. They can't.
That's true too.
American dream.
Yeah.
When a white man, American dream. I call them white boys. Excuse me. That's too much credit. White boys. American dream. It's the American dream. And this is what they fed us.
Yeah.
Well, like I say all the time, our people got to stop being part of the Motisa tribe and start being more part and being more their self and recognizing that, like you guys just said, we do have the power. We do have the knowledge. We just use the knowledge in the wrong. Some of us use the knowledge in the wrong way. And we got to open our eyes, and we got to understand that if we say no, they gonna hurt.
Right. They're gonna hurt. They're gonna hurt. Okay, excuse me. I'm getting my mom up. I'm sorry.
No problem.
That's okay.
Yeah.
No problem.
Okay, let's go. All right. And that's true. That is so true.
Shout out to Mama Love, by the way.
Hey, Mom.
Everybody say hello, Becky.
Hey,
hello.
Becky.
She said hello.
Not a problem. We got love for you, Mama Love.
Yeah. Yeah. This is my pride and joy here.
Absolutely.
Amen. Embrace it. Embrace it.
Love her and
That's
love
right.
her every moment of the day.
Every moment.
Every moment.
Yep, she's 83. It's a blessing.
Let me tell you, and I say this, October will be 23 years my mom has been deceased. So I tell anybody, embrace and love your parents, not just parents in general. Just love them. Just love everybody. Because at the end of the day, it's more harmful to you to be angry and to be upset and to walk around with a frown. Be happy. It adds years to your life.
You're right.
That's what it is.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's what it is. I mean, my dad passed away when he was 50, 54. Best dad in the world.
Amen.
You know, and it's amazing. I tell people, don't take it.
Nope.
I mean, they're not going to, I mean, because I always say, oh, I may leave before she does. I don't know, but still, we still have to come together in love. And just, it's about love and about respect.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, because my parents, they taught me so much. And so I am, and also too with, it used to be with African-American families where, you know, we took care of each other.
Yes.
But now the times are, I mean, I can understand sometimes you can't, you know, but if you can do it. But you have some that just don't want to deal. I'm like, but they dealt with you the entire time.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
They dealt with you. I mean, they dealt with all of your stuff up until you were 18. Well, let's get real.
And
So,
past that.
I mean, we're kids forever to them. Yeah.
Let me tell you something,
And
Kim.
so
When we came up in a community, a village.
Yes.
This new breed of parenting is so off the chain and off kilt. They're too busy wanting to be their children's friend than to be a parent.
Exactly.
Like, I asked my son a question the other day, and he was like, "Yeah." I said, "Excuse me."
Right. Thank you.
Oh yes, yeah, okay. Now we talking because that and you feel me.
Yeah.
Now, I can feel
Yeah,
you,
you feel me.
but not in the way you want me to feel you. Do you want me to feel you? Because I can.
You sure you ain't ready for this?
Because I can.
No, but once
I can.
they start using deodorant and you know the universe down there start growing flowers, they start smelling
They
themselves.
growing flowers.
I'm trying to be since we on the radio. I'm trying to be politically correct. They start smelling the flowers. They feeling themselves and all that. And like I told my sister right here with boys, you got to step. You got to step into their chest. You can't step over their chest. Step into
There
it.
you go. Into it. That's it. That's good.
Because if they smell fear,
Good.
they gonna run on it.
There you go.
Shoot, listen, I got brooms.
There you go. Woo.
I came up in the era of switches,
Hey.
extension
This
cords,
is everything, man.
shoes.
And by the time you got home, you got beat by everybody else.
Exactly.
You get another beating once you get home.
Exactly.
Yep.
But it's not like that no more. You get arrested.
No, not only
Yeah,
that,
you get arrested. Exactly.
Not only that, you got the parent coming to your house saying you put your hands on my kid.
Exactly. Yeah.
So now you're gonna have to beat the mama down because she came to your house.
Yeah, because she'll be ready to fight you.
Well,
See, that's the thing.
No, she ain't gonna fight. She gonna get that toe up. That's what's gonna happen. You gonna have to put it on her.
No, then you spank her and her child at the same time.
Exactly.
Put it on her.
Yeah. Both of them.
Yep. And send them both home with their feelings hurt.
I'm hoping that I have hope that it will get better before it gets worse.
It will. It will.
I believe so. Especially because we're dialoguing now.
Yes.
Before we didn't do that. So people are really coming, and I mean, I hate to say it, but I think the Trump was a godsend because now we can recognize and come together and go, look, we have to defeat him not individually but collectively. That's the only way. It's the only way it's going to happen.
Oh, it's definitely going to happen. Change is coming, and I think from what we witnessed and read and saw yesterday from the news and the newspaper, I think change is coming. But what I want to throw out there to the people, and I want to make this very clear, and I'm saying this to everybody in this room right now. When the orange man did what he did yesterday, as you see, his partner in crime was nowhere to be found.
Exactly.
And we don't want him in office neither. Right. Because if you do the research on him in Indiana, you ain't gonna like it.
I'm telling you,
But
he's worse than Trump.
Yep, but he's staying as far apart from this nonsense because he's saying to himself, I'm going to be heir to the throne.
Exactly.
And he don't like us at all.
Right. Right.
And those who run around talking about I'm high yellow and light skinned, he don't like you neither.
There you go.
So you get no pass.
There you go.
So
none.
Just wanted to throw that out there to people because they're like, oh, well, okay, that's who you don't want in there.
That's the one. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Let's keep those little Cheeto happy until we can find what else we can do. Because you're asking like Pence to me, it's like 666.
Yep.
He scares me.
Yep.
He scares me. He's too quiet.
Too quiet.
Too quiet.
He do not move with this man.
Y'all better pay attention.
He doesn't. He doesn't move with them.
Now, when Obama was in there, we saw his right-hand man with him every step he took.
Always.
Pence is not rocking with this dude because they sitting there telling him, listen, first when Pence said, I'm not going to run with him, somebody got in his ear and said, yo, he going to mess up. Just do it. And then you going to sit in the chair.
Right.
And Lucifer is in the building if he sits in that chair.
There you go. There you go.
Heaven is over. You have hell on earth.
Heaven is over.
And like you
better
said,
believe it.
Mr. Cheetos, if he gets impeached, you need to impeach both of them. That's why homeboy's falling back, because he know that bullet is coming.
That's right.
Well,
That's right.
they can't impeach him though, right? He has to do something.
They
wrong.
can impeach if
If he's involved.
if he's involved in that Russian cover up.
Okay.
They can knock him down too.
Okay, that's.
But the
only
plan was to knock him down. No, Cheeto, him, and Ryan.
Right.
You got to take them three out, because if you take Pence and Trump out, Ryan is up the bat.
Okay.
He's next.
Okay.
He's out of
They
retirement.
covered themselves, though, didn't they?
Yep.
Yeah, they covered themselves nicely.
But I don't think they want to rock with Pence neither, because
I don't think so either.
he rubbed a couple of the Republicans wrong too. So they're like, "Oh wow, this is like this is a bad choice."
What do you do? What do you do?
So let's get them both. They probably sitting there saying, "Mueller, please get both of them, get all three of them."
Get them both.
But Ryan already said he's out anyway, so
Yeah.
he can't retract.
Ryan, too much heat. Too much heat. He's like, I can't do this.
Oh, Ryan is shooting at him now, like, "Hey, nope, nope."
Yeah, these Republicans like, when it comes down to Russia, you really messed up, partner.
He messed up. He really choked himself. He don't know it because he's too busy sitting there talking about, let's make America great. But
Great again.
yeah,
And I talked to him. I was like, oh, Jesus.
just listening to him
And what
talk
he was
makes
saying,
my stomach
I was
hurt.
like, I cannot believe he actually said that.
Yes, he did.
I was like,
When you got Arnold Schwarzenegger clapping at you on Instagram, something is wrong.
I know, something's wrong.
Arnold went at him.
Wow.
But
I wonder how they're going to spin this. I wonder how they're going to spin it.
I don't think he can spin it no more. They trying to get him
I
on
thought so
treason.
too, but- yeah. Ooh. It's not going to happen.
Because now they're saying that this man definitely got something on you, because you just went all up
Pretty
under
much-
his arm.
You said it.
No, he gonna try to retract it and say that's not how it was meant.
Nope, it came out your
Right.
mouth. You knew what you was meaning. You said what you
And
said,
the media is spinning it. They're just spinning.
because they saying to themselves,
The media is spinning it.
and he can't say it's fake news because it came out your own mouth.
That's not what I said.
And then you hold on, Kim, and then you turned around and tweeted it.
He called her Kim.
Thank you.
He said, Kim, hold on, Kim.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm Charnele.
Well, same thing. And I'm going along. Yeah. No, same thing.
He turned around and tweeted it. So now
Right.
that's there too.
Right, exactly.
And then who came in? The Russians said, "You're absolutely right, Trump." Bingo.
Bingo. Woo.
But
Oh, God.
before we let you go, please let your fans know where they can find you on social media or whatever website. Give them something so they can find my girl.
Yeah, that's Triwen Productions. That's T as in Tom, RIWEN as in Nancy, Productions 22 at yahoo.com.
Y'all got it.
And I'm on Facebook as well. Also, too, I want to say, too, that we're doing a play. I'm producing a play called Never, I'm sorry. Never Play with a Woman's Heart.
Oh God.
And so it's going to be at the Julie Rogers Theater in Beaumont, one night only, August 4th. So if you're in the area, guys, in that area, come and support us. We'd love to have you.
Oh, I'm scared to come. Never play with a woman hard. That's dangerous.
Yeah, it's dangerous, and it is dangerous.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, women, we're something, man.
Especially you black women.
We're not to be messed with.
Y'all the first one to somebody. Y'all be mad at somebody. Go ahead, go take a shower. I'll make you dinner. And we so stupid. Yeah, I got over.
Okay, she all right. I got under control.
No, you don't. And you sit there tomorrow. I thought you smelled it. It smelled like breakfast in here. I thought she was making dinner. No, she making some grits, dummy.
Bread, sir. Also, or lay in wait. We're good at that. Like you think it's all over.
Yep.
It's like 2 weeks later. Then your guards are down.
Oh, wow. Or she doing like, what's that movie like my homegirl did? Regina King put all that baby oil on the floor and got the strap.
That was so
Whooped his
good.
tail. Oh, yes, that's my favorite
Got
part.
the strap on him. He
That
done
was so good.
slipping and dipping and still getting a butt whipping.
Got the butt whipping of his life.
So, y'all go out to this play. Yeah, matter of fact, some of y'all need to go out to this play so y'all can understand that to tone it down.
Yes, don't play with women's hearts. We get vicious.
Silent assassin. I said a woman's the best assassin. That's the best assassin.
That's the best assassin.
Definitely.
The best.
And also, before we let you go, I want to talk a little bit about your radio show because Sharonda's the. I'm gonna throw a hint. I'm a dry snitch real quick. Sharonda's the one that can make that decision, but you didn't hear that from me. Hey.
Hey. Yeah, we're on KCOH, the oldest black radio station here in Houston, and I'm with my life coach, and it's called Defining Your Journey, and we're raw. Because we don't have it anymore. We have Ayanya, but that's, TV and higher scale. But I'm just saying, just to talk about our experiences, we talk about everything, and we include our own, because I want them to know that I'm human, that I have issues, and maybe we can help each other with our issues. You know what I mean? It's like, we have it. I mean, we're learning every day until the day we die. And so we wanted to do this, and also having a life coach. I always tell people, no man's an island. Get some help. Because with women, I find that, we're such go-getters, and we're so passionate that we hit a wall. And we don't know what to do, and that wall is still there, and then we become depressed. Or we don't know how to get around the wall, and then something else comes up, and something else comes up, and we never go around that wall. See, my life coach, John Renee Simon Vaughn, she made me jump over. As opposed to going around or under. I was over it. Right. And so I wanted to share, her with everybody. And we do, actually, we're having a huge session in August, and we invite women, and we come and we hash it out. We're all in that room, and the door is shut, and all the phones are off, and we just go in and, try to heal each other. Yeah.
But we definitely want to talk to you on the side about bringing that show over to WWRN 1620.
What? Yay! That's wonderful.
But you didn't hear it from me. Sharonda can make that decision. And Cody, too.
Well, Sharonda's on the spot, and Cody's on the spot.
Yeah.
Like, oh, God.
It's okay, Kim. Like I said, we going to talk.
Uh-huh.
We're going to talk. Yeah, you definitely. We have other things to talk about.
A whole lot of stuff.
Cody, give her the voice real quick. Give her the voice.
Hey there, Sugarfoot.
Ooh, shit.
Okay.
Now, Kim. I'm calling you Kim. Look, Charnele.
That's
Now,
all right.
I'm asking
That's all
you.
right.
How old are you?
I'm going to be 58 in October.
Ooh,
No, you're not.
October
No,
what?
no, you're
October
not.
what?
No, you're not.
I'm proud of it. Black
Amen,
don't crack.
girl,
We're
say
beautiful.
That. Say that.
Beautiful people.
That's right. So,
Yeah. I'm
October
proud of
what?
my age.
October what, Charnele?
October 30th.
October 30th, so she's at the end of the month. I'm October 1st.
Yeah.
We
You're October 1st?
October 1st.
October babies. Yeah.
Now ask
Oh,
Cody
yeah.
how old he is.
Ooh.
How old are you?
I'm 22. Just turned 22.
Wow.
Be proud of your age. It's wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah.
I love it.
And Talise, how old are you? She said that all low. How old are you? What?
I hear crickets.
I'm 25.
You're 25.